As we do every December here on the channel, today we will be building a PC. But not just any PC, a PC chosen by you guys, the fans, through a series of Twitter polls. Almost every part of consequence in today's video is here not because I'm a shill or because of some upcoming launch, but because you guys voted for it. I love doing this for multiple reasons. It shows me what kinds of parts that you guys think are most reasonable or viable for a system build. It lets me get in your head a little bit regarding CPU, GPU, cooling, and case preferences. And also, I'm completely off the hook here. If you don't like the way this comes together, well, you have nobody to blame but yourselves. The first vote was for the overall type of system that you guys wanted to see. Were we targeting a super budget build, something completely crazy, or maybe one of the options in between? In the end, things were pretty close between mid-range and absurd, with the other two not really getting much love, so I decided to have a runoff. Well, maybe this didn't turn out to be the clear victory that I was hoping for because the runoff was run by a razor-thin margin by the mid-range build. So as not to beleaguer the point any longer, I decided to abide by this result, and we were off and running on our mid-range system. Next up, we had to decide on our CPU, and even before posting poll number 2, I pretty much knew that it would be a massacre of epic proportions. You guys chose AMD over Intel by a margin of 4-1, which is, I guess, appropriate given AMD's current sales lead and market share at the time of the filming of this video. But which AMD processor did you want for a mid-range build? I gave you 4 options from what I have on hand here in the office that could reasonably be considered mid-range, and the 3600X won out. I was surprised to see how little support the 2600 received, given that you can regularly find it for $120, and it's still a great product. But the 3600X is definitely better all around. Picking our graphics solution was the next task, and I wasn't quite sure how this one was going to go. AMD has some strong options in the mid-range, and their Navi 5700 and 5700 XT can both be recommended over NVIDIA's products without making any real compromises. However, Team Green still has the hearts of the people, as NVIDIA was the pick. For vote 5, we narrowed it down to an RTX 2060 Super over a 2070, a 1660 Ti, and a 1660 Super. It's still a little strange to me that our mid-range GPUs now cost $400, but it's hard to argue against the raw performance of something like a 2060 Super for 1080p and 1440p gameplay. Vote 6 was all about our motherboard, where I presented you with 3 lower-end X570 options and 1 B450 board, and wouldn't you know it, you guys voted for last generation's MVP, the MSI B450 Tomahawk. Now I know that MSI came out with a max version of the Tomahawk that supports Ryzen 3000 right out of the box, but I only have the regular one, so we'll have to update the BIOS in order to get things running, which shouldn't be a problem. Vote 7 had you choosing between 4 very different enclosures for me to build in, and I'm honestly both surprised and pleased that the Be Quiet Pure Base 500 was the winner. This was one of my favorite products of the year and got high marks in my case review, not to mention that it fits within our mid-range build target at around $90 US or so. After that, we had our last couple of choices to make, as I let you pick how we were going to cool the 3600X. When I put up poll number 8, I thought that the AMD stock cooler was probably going to win, but more than half of the responses wanted to see an aftermarket air cooler in our build today, and that aftermarket cooler will be the Noctua NH-U12S Chromax Edition. Thank you so much to everybody who participated in voting this year. My poll would not be the same without you.
Add it up. Okay, alright.
Here is our mid-range build chosen by you guys, the fans. This is the part where I'd usually talk about the build process, thermals, performance, etc. And we could definitely do that maybe just a little bit. This case is virtually silent. The build process was super easy, and it's exactly what I expected from this case after the review that I had done of it a couple of months ago. I had absolutely no problems, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. I mean, the microphone is literally right here, and I'm gonna shut up, and I can't even hear it. It's virtually silent. Hold on, here you go. Can you guys hear that? I don't think so. So, super cool build overall, but I did just want to take a minute to thank everyone out there who regularly, or even occasionally, watches my videos. 2019 has proven to be a challenging year on the channel, as we basically were completely stagnant as far as subscriber growth goes, and view counts were hard to predict week to week. I guess it all does stem from the huge giveaway we did last year, which helped us get up over 100,000 subscribers. But maybe YouTube saw that as artificial growth and, as a result, was recommending my videos far less often. Many people left after the giveaway was over, and that slow march has continued all year. So even though the channel was gaining subscribers at a good rate, it was losing them just as fast, and as a result, 2019 has been pretty frustrating. However, I do take a lot away from this experience, and I think that my personal understanding of YouTube, of channel growth, of subscribers and viewership, and of this channel as a whole has gotten to be much more fleshed out as a result. The giveaways I do now are going to be different and not done in such a way as to encourage new subscribers. I think, to reward the people who are already here and who subscribe to the channel and or follow my Twitter and who are actively engaged in my content year-round, not just when I promise to give them something for free. That's one of the reasons that I enjoy doing this build video so much, because not only does it give the community a voice in the content, but it shows me just how much you guys care about the direction of the channel. The polls that I ran here got hundreds of votes each, and videos like this just wouldn't be possible without a community that both wants to be heard and wants to participate. Sure, you chose a mid-range system this time, but next year, maybe you want a super budget build or something completely over the top, and I'll be happy to do that for you guys too. I think YouTube is much less about the creators and much more about the audience than a lot of people seem to realize. Sure, the platform doesn't exist without both, but creators are only here by the will of the people. This wouldn't be something that's sustainable for me without you guys. So even though 2019 had its ups and downs, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to live my dream. And as always, I encourage feedback in the comments down below. I've taken many video ideas straight from a viewer's recommendation because this channel exists as a tool for you. It's supposed to be about learning and sharing information and experiences. So I hope that you all out there are happy with the direction of my content. I did a few pieces recently with Steve of Gamers Nexus, and not only was that a hugely fun experience, but it was just great to bounce ideas off of each other and show you guys some interesting content along the way. I hope to be able to do more of that kind of stuff in the future. So 2019 is a wrap. Coming up next on the channel will be CES content, so get ready for that. I fly out for Vegas next weekend, and I'm planning on having a full and comprehensive look at what vendors are showing off this year. So make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out on it, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video.